got the house over here. So I walk out, and when I walk out the resort, and I look to the right because it's a lit up street where you can see who's coming towards your house. I walk to the right and I look, and one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I see seven people walking toward my house. And mind you, I'm walking down the street. I don't even have my shirt on no more. I have on a, I have on a, I took my shirt off. Nothing. I mean, titties out, everything, because I'm a big guy. Man boobies. But I'm confident. I got my gold chain on, so I ain't worried about it. I think I'm King Madunda, Buduna, whatever. And I'm walking with my chain, my no shirt on, and I got my shirt in my hand, and I'm kind of embarrassed now because I see four, five beautiful women, including my wife, and two kids. When I say kids, one baby, maybe two babies, not babies that they were walking. So I see the kids, and I'm like, okay. So being polite, I'm like, hey everybody. So how's everybody doing? I wave, follow me. We go to the house. I get into the house, and in the living room, I set up the living room where everybody's comfortable. I pull out the chairs, sofa, TV, remotes, everything. I open up the refrigerator. I got a refrigerator with a bar, full bar inside where they stock, the owner stocks the bar. And I got the bar, and I hope this thing didn't pause. I'm trying to see. Hope it didn't pause. But I got the bar, and I tell them, hey, help yourself, drinks, sodas, chips, candy, everything's in the refrigerator. Help yourself. So we're sitting there, and I immediately tell my wife, I'm not even thinking about going out to dinner anymore. I'm considerate. I'm not even thinking about that. I tell my wife, what I'm planning in my head now is how do I accommodate everybody and make sure everybody have a good time and have something to eat. So I tell my wife, hey, why don't me and you go get pizza for everybody? Because it's a pizza parlor 1 block away. And it only opens from 6 in the afternoon to whenever they close, the last customer, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it doesn't matter. And they open like 3 days a week. This was one of the days they was open. So I tell my wife, I say, hey, my future wife, hey, why don't me and you go? Now, I don't know none of these people with her, and I'm going to leave them in the house where I'm staying. That's how I felt. I felt comfortable around them. Good people. The energy. I just felt good. I mean, it's two little babies, and the girls. I don't care. They whatever they would have done, took whatever, or I didn't even care at that point. I was trying to be with my wife and talk to her, have her alone, and get something to eat for everybody. So I told her, I said, hey, why don't we walk to the pizza place right on the corner, grab a couple of large pies, we bring them back, and everybody eat. So she was down with it. She was like, okay, no problem, we can do that. So me and her, and I'll never forget, we started walking, and I had my camera because I was filming every little moment, any moment I could capture. Because remember, I was trying to do a reality show, so I was just filming everything. And to her, with her, I nicknamed her Mermaid. A lot of people ask me why, but Mermaid is something that every guy remember growing up you saw, but you never actually saw one. It was like a unicorn or a giant or something, just a myth, something you never saw. A beautiful woman from the ocean, a mermaid. So I nicknamed her Mermaid because she was beautiful in my eyes when I first saw her, and I felt like she just washed ashore. God sent her for me. So I was like, "That's my mermaid." And we were walking down the street, and we was in front of the house. wasn't even 10 yards away. And I remember asking her to take a picture. And when we took a picture, she stuck her tongue out, like rock on, like, and that caught my attention, and that's honestly when I knew this person was for me. Now y'all might think that's crazy or whatever, but when she stuck her tongue out, and it was like a rock on. And growing up with me, I remember Kiss. A lot of people don't know Kiss, Gene Simmons and stuff, and they would do that, and I thought that was so cool. And when she done that, just now meeting me, I thought, okay, she either crazy or she cool. So I went with the cool part, and we had just met, and I asked her for to do a selfie. We did a selfie together. We took a picture. I still have that picture, and we took a picture together, and then we proceeded to walk to get the pizza. So that was one clue going back. Just something that simple that I knew this person was somebody I liked or somebody that was for me. So we went to get the pizzas. Now, when we got to the first spot, it was closed. So I was like, it wasn't a big deal. It was right around the corner, but I was just surprised because I was like, oh, they closed that early. So I looked at her and said, hey, let's walk to the next pizza place, which is, I want to say, where she works. Would have been like quarter, well, not even quarter mile. It would have been like 4 blocks, but it's up a hill and down a street, and but still in the area. And she no hesitation. Let's go, let's go. So we ventured off, started walking. That gave me time to interact with her. Now keep in mind, my wife speaks Spanish, 100% Spanish, little English, very little English. She's learning now. Excuse me. That's when I met her. Let me get some water. All right. So she speaks very little English. So what we do is we have a translation app on our phone. So when we're walking, we're translating. We're getting to know each other. We're talking Spanish, English, Spanish, English. I actually had the earpieces that you buy and the voice that it translate for you, but it just wasn't working at the time. You got to have an internet connection. Um, so the voice thing was where we were just translating, getting to know each other, the regular conversations. Not just drilling the person about how many baby mamas you got, how many people, how many people you, how old and what. I mean, stuff like that. Of course, how old you are, but I'm just saying, not all that drama. So it was just like getting to know somebody genuinely. So we got down to the next place. We ordered a couple of pies, 2 large pizzas, and down there, their pizzas are huge. It's funny because they only ate. I ordered two. They only ate almost half of one. I like everybody like huge 8 slices, and they yeah. So all the pizza was just there. They didn't even eat it. So we got back, and when we got back, everything was intact. Everybody was cool. They was watching TV. They even had cleaned up. Well, it was already clean. They cleaned up after the kids made a mess with the pizza and the drinks and stuff. But they cleaned up. I didn't ask them or anything. They just, hey, um, I guess took it upon themselves to say, hey, Mo, it's just a Dominican thing. When they're getting ready to leave or whatever, they're gonna. Oh, any good family, they do that. They're gonna clean up. So, and I do apologize if this thing is froze because it looked like it's froze on here. But at least y'all still hear my voice, and that's important. You didn't need to see all my movement, but if you see all my movement, there, that's okay. So we were